Hey there YouTube, I'm Ikitsu, this is the Ikitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome to a little bit of Surviving Mars. So we're starting a new playthrough to do a guide on another style of play. The last one is basically just a freeform, just doing things as it's sort of intended to be played, I think. Just relaxing and going along with the flow of things, but we're going to be doing a different kind of playthrough here, which is the score attack. Now, there's two different elements to the score system here. First of all, it's the milestone system. The faster you get the milestones, the more points you get for doing them. The other is the difficulty bonus, and you can sort of see other people playing through the game at the sort of maximum difficulty. I think the highest that people have found is like 985% or something like that. There's plenty of other people who'd play the game on maximum difficulty, so I don't think I really need to do too much of a playthrough on that, and also I don't particularly find that playstyle too fun. It's kind of interesting, but not too fun. This one is kind of a different balancing act. We're trying to find as high a difficulty bonus as possible while also finding a way to achieve all of the milestones as quickly as possible. So to that end, we are actually starting with the International Mars mission. You might think that Russia, with its massive 200% difficulty bonus, or rather 180% for Russia, is going to be able to beat out the sort of like 0% difficulty from the International Mars mission. The reality is that this is such a massive bonus that it's going to be what lets us get through all of the text and stuff like that super fast, and to get through a lot of the other achievements really quickly. We're going to choose Futurist as our commander profile. It's the most difficult by an extra 10%, but also the autonomous sensors I find are quite decent, and breakthrough text being researched faster is nice because we are going to be tech crushing things as hard as possible for the first X number of days, and being able to sort of slip in a couple breakthroughs is nice if they're going to be any good. Colony logo, I'm going to go with Don't Panic, and you'll see why in a little bit here. For mystery, I like going with The Last War for this. It's not something that really kicks in or does anything, so the fact that it's difficult, air quotes, is not really relevant because it doesn't truly kick in until fairly late into the game anyway. So you can get to your assessment, which is when you're scored, and not worry about it. For game rules, we're going to go, we could do a prefab colony, but this makes it easier by 40% and really is not that necessary. No disasters, we don't really feel like that's too necessary here. Endless supply, though, is something that we are going to pick. It's 25% and it is a massive bonus. It is one of the biggest bonuses in the game. We are going to select hunger, inflation, long ride, because of the endless supply. All of these three can be negated to a large degree by endless supply, and you can see just, like, you could take you could take these three without endless supply, but the game becomes ridiculously difficult at that point in time, whereas if you do these three with, like, endless supply on, these three get trivialized, basically complete. Well, not long ride, but, you know, whatever. Last arc, honestly, this is not really what we want in this particular case, because we're trying to get to a very high population very quickly. So being able to only send one passenger rocket does not help us at all here. You can, however, pick Amateurs, Rebel Yellow Chaos Theory, Winter is Coming, Armageddon, Dust in the Wind, and Twister, which is why we set it to Don't Panic. We got basically, like, all of the problems here. Now, Chaos Theory is an interesting one. Our tech fields are now fully randomized, and this is what's going to cause us to have to sort of save scum the game a little bit, or rather restart the game depending on what we get. We're up to 485% difficulty bonus here. The one that I would suggest you potentially get rid of if you feel like this is a little bit too slow is the long ride. This is 3 times longer, so your shipments are going to be irritatingly long. So you can see sort of the rules that we got this set up with, and this is going to make it so that not only are we doing things really quickly and really easily, but we've got the resources to sort of trivialize the things that are theoretically making the game difficult, and that's kind of what we want to go for here. Let's go with the next. I do want to have different stuff than we got here. I don't really need the RC rover. I don't find it that useful. We don't need any of the resources here, so we're going to get rid of all of them because we got that endless supply thing. Or 4 orbital probes is probably okay there. Let's go back into the prefab buildings here. Let's get another drone hub. Let's get go back here. Sterling generator is actually fine in this case, and let's just sort of max out the rest of our money on drones here. All right, sure, whatever. So yeah, you can do sort of whatever you think is going to work best for you. I do think that a lot of drones is actually really important for this playstyle. Let's go ahead and hit next here. Now, Olympus Mons has the hardest spots as far as I'm aware. It's got a 645 at this difficulty area somewhere around here. But if you know somewhere more difficult, you can pick there. It doesn't really matter too much. Where the hell is it? There we go. So yeah, like there might be somewhere harder on the map, and I would recommend going there if you can. What makes this difficult is going to be the natural disasters, which we're ignoring because we've maxed them out manually, so that doesn't really matter. So, you know, lots of difficulty from that. It's got decent resource distribution, actually, but the other thing that makes it difficult is the topography of being mountainous. This limits our building space, which matters more for, like, if we're trying to build the perfect city sort of thing. In which case we would want it to be pretty flat to allow us to build more stuff. In this particular case, though, since we're just sort of slamming down as much stuff as we can get in 100 days, we can't build an unlimited number of things in 100 days. So this is actually perfectly fine. There's still enough building space to get to where we're trying to go on Olympus Mons in a mountainous region. So let's go ahead and hit start. Now there is some stuff that I'm going to have to do jumping back and forth out of this particular map, restarting the map over and over again, and maybe even restarting this game completely. So what we're going to do first of all is just well, let's wait till the game loads in here.
Welcome to Mars.
Alright, so what we want to do is a couple of things. First of all, we want to use our probes to recon around here. I've kind of played this map a little bit, but it sort of randomizes itself a little bit since it's not one of the set points there. But usually there's something nice in Sector I-3. What we're looking for as well is water. I think there's some water, like, actually up here. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to show you right now, 2,980 points for finding water on Sol 1. This is actually down by like a few hundred points if we find it on Sol 2. It decreases quite rapidly. So we also want to get a breakthrough anomaly because we're going to actually research that right away. So we're going to land near here as well. Honestly, I-3 is really nice to sort of land by regardless. In any event, though, I'm going to go ahead and restart the map because I wasted too many probes there. But, well, I forgot. There's actually something else that I should have done. So we'll go ahead and do a quick scan of those same spots there, and I'll do the other thing that I wanted to do. And so we'll have one more map restart, basically. Alright, come on, game.
Welcome to Mars.
Alright, so I-3, this one, and then we'll use the other two over here and over here, I think. So that's actually quite a few anomalies. So, yeah, this is what we've got for our tech tree. You can see it's quite randomized. We're going to go ahead and select physics here. And what we're going to do is spend every single cent that we got on outsourcing and just speed through our techs for a while here. And I'm not going to keep this. We're going to sort of do this and then reset, but I will land to figure out what that breakthrough tech is as well. We're out of money yet? Not yet. Still got two more. Alright, so this will let us figure out where our techs are. And if some of the key techs are too far down the tech tree, I'm going to restart the game. Because, like, in particular, if we can't find scans, it's just not worth playing this particular one. And we'll have to sort of do the whole process again. It's going to be annoying, but you know what? That's fine. We're not too worried about that. Alright, so we should actually have, like, a tech every, like, few seconds here. Alright, get you to stand that. That's sort of what we're doing. Tribal electric scrubbing, Stirling generator, that's pretty good. Oops. I think the game pauses every time I actually go to that screen anyway. Alright, Mars Nouveau, that's pretty irrelevant as well, unfortunately. If it's like 7 techs down, it's too far, basically. Alright. We're also looking for mega domes. That's the other thing that we're sort of searching for here. Alright, resilient architecture, pretty useless. I don't care as much about the mega dome being available right away, but it is sort of what we're aiming for there. Fusion auto regulation, low G turbines. It sort of does like stuff on chunks, like every hour or something like that, I think. Apartments.
Breakthrough discovered.
Location-oriented society. That one's not terrible. Shouldn't be actually that hard to keep all our stats green, given the colony, but still not really that great a starting one. OG turbines, atomic accumulator. Now, so we are already like 5 techs into this, so it's pretty likely that we're going to want to reset this one. There are certain circumstances. If you get the deep scan, the other deep scan tech, it's pretty okay. Waste rock liquefaction. missed a step there, missed a tech there or something. Alright. Yeah, so there's a very, very good chance it looks like that we're going to have to reset this one, I think. Low-G Engineering, that's not the one we want either. Quite annoying that we're having to wait like this, but yeah, I get the distinct feeling. Deep scanning. Yeah, no, I think we're pretty likely to not want to keep this one. Oops. Nope. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick reset here, and we're going to try again. All I really need is the probes. The reason I'm doing 2 techs at once is so I can see 2 tech trees. If I only have one selected, what happens is all the overflow gets wasted, so I lose a whole crap load of science, basically, for no good reason there. But basically every hour. Keep scanning. Adaptive probes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I almost feel like this is playable in this particular instance. It's pretty deep in, though. Yeah, I'm feeling like that's... yeah, and you know what? That's doable. I think we're going to restart the map and we'll play this, so... Alright. We don't want to be... Well, because I didn't find the Mega Dome, actually, I think I will restart this one. Just for expediency's sake. But in any event, I'll be back in just a bit. I'll see you soon. Okay, so we've finally gotten a playthrough that's looking pretty good for us. So let's go ahead and drop our scan there. Drop a scan there, and we'll just sort of toss out the other ones over, like, here or something like that. We'll do this or whatever. So it's at the exact sort of 7 range there, which is as far as possible. I'm going to go ahead and put our tech into those 2. Going to drop our colony over here. Now there's some stuff that we got to do basically right away, which is going to be kind of interesting. But let's drop our stuff there. Let's go ahead and actually buy our tech. We're going to outsource up until we've got about 5 billion left. You need the 5 billion so you can buy the probes. So we're going to need to stop after 2 more of these. Alright, so we're going to be jumping through our technology really, really fast here. Anyway, let's go ahead and start building stuff. Let's get our concrete extractor. We'll want one over here. Seems pretty okay there. Let's get another concrete extractor over here. Go with the 290. Alright, so we get those down. We'll go ahead and grab a power cable. We've got some Stirling generators, so that's what we're going to use right away. And there's something that you get to do in this particular instance that's kind of fun. So first of all, let's go ahead and drop it. And as you can see, our first universal depot has a maximum amount of everything. We're going to surround this thing here with depots of every other stripe here. So concrete. And what we're doing with this is we're making sure that this thing gets completely 100% emptied every single day. And the reason that we want to do that is, of course, because any stuff that is still on here when it recycles and refills itself, all of that stuff gets basically wasted. So we want to make sure that we're sort of completely emptying this out every single day here. We are going to have to help it for 2 sort of reasons here. First of all, if we don't have our rover sort of, or whatever vehicle it is, actively taking stuff off here, all of our drones are going to be completely swamped. They're never going to finish anything. So that's highly important for us. Let's go ahead and grab this breakthrough tech really quickly as well. It's going to be good for us. So we're going to run this on slower speed than normal, because we're going to want to be able to do a couple sort of micro-y things as we sort of empty out this thing. With this guy here, let's go grab those rare metals. Should be able to completely empty this by the end of every day. Next up, let's go ahead and actually make it so that this thing does not accept any shipments of any sort here. Alright, there we go. So this thing is going to automatically get emptied, but as it's getting emptied, it's going to be, again, like, these guys are going to be way too busy to actually do that. Alright, Stirling generators. Let's go ahead and grab those. There we go.
Research complete.
So this guy's gonna be able to grab all that stuff. Research is coming in really fast because we've outsourced for all of it, and that's basically what we're spending our money on, is outsourcing, so we can get all of that tech done to get the important stuff right away as fast as possible, basically. This one also had mega engineering, but we're still, despite that, going to go ahead and build a dome really quickly here. We're just going to build a quick micro dome. And the reason that we're actually building this is because we've got sort of like resources to do it. I'm going to up prioritize this stuff first, though. Actually, I'll just down prioritize this.
Research complete.
So we've got the sort of ability to build it with the resources that we're getting for free, but ultimately we just want to be able to grab the achievement for it as fast as possible. Kind of like how we're trying to grab a whole bunch of other achievements. You can sort of see from our milestones like 2,980 from the water on Mars, but it would have been a lot less if we got it on day 2. So we're trying to do any of these things, including constructed a dome, potentially even first human on Mars, like really, really quickly here. Just have the first one be like something that we're trying to have someone be born on, potentially be a good call there. Let's go ahead and open that up there, get these things all built. So you can see all these little guys here just sort of taking all the stuff out of here. I don't need this thing filled up super fast or anything, but... So yeah, this is right up here, so it's quite far down the tech tree actually, but it's just within range of what I'm willing to tolerate. I'll probably have it by day 2, I think. I won't have it done as fast as I would necessarily like, but that is fine. Probably shouldn't actually be taking the metal here, I should be taking the concrete, because they're probably going to try and take the metal here, but... we'll just do it anyway. They've actually got other depots to get the deposits to get metal from if they need to. Alright, storage compression. Let's go ahead and grab up the low G hydrosynth. This one actually also has megadomes fairly quickly, so I'm going to be working on that fairly soon. So let's see. First concrete thing coming up there pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and grab another concrete depot. We'll actually put it right between these things, and the reason we're getting so much concrete is because we're going to be using it up really quickly here. We'll get you up here. There we go. Alright. And we'll grab the polymers. I'm going to leave the concrete be for now, since they'll probably try and actually use it. Just need to get these other things done here. Let's go ahead and grab a power cable. Send it down this way. Go ahead and grab our first drone hub. We're going to actually have these guys in sort of opposite directions. Not because I actually feel like sort of having these guys too far apart, but mostly so that, you know, they're sort of spreading out the work a little bit more. Let's grab that. I do want to get this done before the end of the day, though, so I'm hoping this guy's almost done here. Yes, he is. Okay.
Breakthrough discovered.
Too early to place a dome.
Milestone
I
achieved.
disagree. Safe mode. Alright. Let's get you back to here. And we've got some other things to do. I'm going to actually scan this one next, because that's, I'm pretty sure, it's a physics cost reduction. Alright, let's get this drone hub up here. Need to get these cables done, though. Oh, shit. This is what I was saying, like, all these guys are sort of busy doing this crap here instead of doing the other work they need to get done. So this guy's kind of necessary. This guy's necessary for 2 reasons. I don't remember if I mentioned it. Pretty sure I did, but you make sure that you clear this thing off with this guy so that these drones are less busy, so that they get all of your other work done a little bit faster, which is nice if they do get stuff done faster. The other reason, of course, is that you're going to waste resources if you don't. They're not going to be able to finish all of this. Alright, low-G hydrosynth, gravity engineering on the way. Oh, and I can also hit that. Alright. Let's go up here. Hopefully get that done before we actually get the tech that we're going for. Probably won't, but, you know. It does take an actual long time to do these scans, and we are researching stuff really quickly. Admittedly. After we get the Megadome actually researched, we're actually going to start going down other paths, because we don't, strictly speaking, need more stuff from that path right now. There are other things that we do need those, like farms, for example, which might be at the end of that tech tree. I'm okay if farms are at the end of the tech tree. We can sort of survive because of this thing for a little while, but yeah, the default thing is actually really crap. The tall one, I can't remember what's called, the hydroponics facility. You'd think like hydroponics would be more efficient than farms, because that's kind of like, I feel like they should just be more effective than regular farms, but whatever they want to say, I don't know. Alright. So you can see that people have started moving stuff down to the microdome, and that's fine. Again, we're just doing this to rapidly get achievements. We're not really doing this because we want it. But we could put this down and have it be something that people sort of live in, just to have an early thing going before we get our megadome done, get some children born potentially. It's not a whole lot you can actually do with this thing, so what I would probably have is like 12 people working in entertainment or something like that. Alright, looks like we got all this crap finally finished here. Good. It's at 50% there. Alright, we can speed things up just a tiny bit here. Probably won't get all the food off there potentially, but oh no, looks like we will. Okay.
Research complete.
Alright, factory amplification, lasers. Oops, I'm not supposed to be getting that. Let's grab that and this next. We can even actually, we can basically just get, oh no, I don't want to do it this way actually. I want to, yeah, I want one thing. Okay, that's the way we do it. That's the way, I like it. Is anyone in my audience actually young enough to remember that song? I don't know. They still play it sometimes. Alright.
Research complete.
The analysis tells us that we...
Yeah. Reduction to physics extractors or whatever. Plasma cutters. So, look. Ironic. Okay. We'll get this thing, we'll get Mars crowdfunding, we'll see what's sort of after that. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna get this microdome done pretty quickly here. We might want to dismantle it, but we might also just keep it. Doesn't really matter too much to me.
Research complete.
But we are going to want a megadome pretty much right away. So what we're going to do is get this, and then we'll get this here, and we're sort of going to bounce around while we're getting these cortex there. So hopefully this will get us some good information here. So you can see that we've regained all these things here. So this is going to be a pretty good way to do that. Mars crowdfunding got us a bit of money. Mars patents. How did we get there? We've got 7 billion now. So we could do one more. Mars patents. Do I really care about that? I don't really care about that, honestly. Okay, so we'll get this. That'll be fine. Okay, get you down here. And we should have more than enough resources to finish off our microdome. Concrete off of here. Water extraction. There we go. We get the probes there. Go from there to the drone printing. And at this point in time, we're a lot more free to sort of jump around our tech tree and sort of get everything that we sort of want there. I do want some of the stuff from robotics, because that will potentially get us like the Mohole line. Ooh, that's pretty good actually. And the Mohole one is pretty good actually, even in this game mode. Okay, metals. I probably shouldn't be doing this on this faster speed, but...
There's more to the
Alright, so new technologies, dome bioscaping and micro-manufacturing. Dome bioscaping. This is pretty useless actually, but I'm just going to grab this instead. We do need the micro-manufactories though, so let's go grab that. Anyway, we're going to have our adaptive probes in just a second here. Ooh, I actually messed up something again, but it's not too big a deal. So we're going to go ahead and get another cargo rocket. We're going to have like 2 drone hubs. We're going to get 4 more moisture vaporators actually. Oh no, wait, I'm getting the tech for that. I don't need those at all. So back, we do want a whole crap load more drones. I'm going to go with like 20 of these things, 25, 30, whatever. Doesn't really matter too much. That should be good actually. And we'll just go ahead and launch that, because I do want more drones. Don't have any super easy way to sort of get more of them yet. Alright, so the adaptive probes has been got. I don't need that at all right now, so we're not going to worry about it. And we're going to go ahead and send another mission for resupply. And the reason I was able to do that is because I had that extra billion, so I was just like, yeah, might as well. So anyway, we're spending 5 billion on probes here. So this is going to be a completely full shipment of it. And then we're going to have 30 more in another one. So let's go ahead and launch this one. And then let's go back into here, Cairo rocket. Let's go ahead and send 30 more. So we want to send these earlier-ish because it'll get us the achievement for scanning the entire planet faster. It'll also get me these other prefab buildings a little bit faster as well, so get even more drones. Spend, like, actually we want to keep 2 billion. I can't keep 2 billion. Alright, well, we'll have 2 billion from the other thing, so this is fine. So we'll launch that, and that should be all good. It's a shame I can't sell other stuff back to Earth. That would be kind of funny.
Research complete.
Drone printing. Okay. Let's get field extractors. Because it's completely randomized, of course, you're not going to be able to do the exact same things as me, but remember, the important tech is to get the probes and the Megadome. Try and get a Wonder as well if you can. Well, it looks like these guys are sort of on their way doing these things the right way broadly. Let's send this guy home. Alright, moisture farming, we can get gene adaptation. Doesn't help us until we actually get the farms, but yeah, we'll do it anyway. That could help us with the if we are forced to build hydroponics. Got the launch from Mars on day 2, which is exactly when you want to get it. If it were possible to do on day 1, I would of course prefer doing that, but I don't think it is. And we can go ahead and get some launch pads down, I guess. Alright, get a couple down there. Micro manufacturing, apartments. We're actually not going to be building as many apartments, but we will still get the tech firm. I basically can skip that one completely at this point. Alright. Why are you not finishing? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can get Dream Reality now. We don't need that yet, but it would be a good idea to try and get a Wonder started if we can. It'll be a while before we can, but, you know, do what you are able. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of these things. For now, let's just drop it there. Field extractors. Ooh, large-scale excavation. That's really quite good. That one we actually probably will want, just because we're going to be using so much concrete. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, so I would... Do I want to occupy... Do I actually care enough to occupy this? It's kind of actually a tough call as to whether or not you're going to. Bioengineering... It's funny because we don't know how to build farms, but we'll grab that anyway. I'm actually going to get started on the Megadome already. So we've got 2 options for the Megadome. We've got the Mega Trigon Dome, and we've got access to the actual Megadome. I actually prefer the Mega Trigon in some ways. It's got less space theoretically, but like it's still a huge amount of space. The other nice thing about it is that you can sort of fit it next to other buildings much easier. So I could like build one here, and then I could still build one like right underneath it. I need to get rid of this metal here. So let's go ahead and have you go grab that. You know what, I think I will build actually the dome here, and then we'll just build a tunnel out to the Trigon once we get it, and then we can sort of upgrade this for other things later. For now, though, let's go ahead and just fill this in with a living quarter. Unexplored sector, that's interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab up our cable here. I actually need Stirling generators, I just realized, so I should probably continue on down through the that tech path. Like that. Let's go ahead and grab up our pipes, and I should probably start getting the water production actually underway. So like that is what we're going to do for now. And this gives us plenty of room to put our moisture vaporators. Not enough power. Interesting. Or did I not put that next cable? Oh, there's no cable there yet. Right, right. Okay. Never mind. I'm not going to worry about that then. Alright, the reason that we're going to start our Megadome right now is because it's going to take a long time to get all the resources put in there, so it's a better idea to actually get it sort of started. Right, I do need something from there, but I'm going to try and do some scans first.
Sector scan.
Actually. Did I get anything on that scan? No. Okay. Alright, and yeah, I think we're sort of getting to that point where I think we're doing pretty much okay. Once this shuttle lands back on Earth, I'm going to go ahead and definitely start on getting my first wave of colonists. It's going to take so long for them to get here that we'll probably be done our Megatome by then, honestly speaking. Oh, there's concrete here. Do I care? I kind of am willing to actually just build my Megadome on top of the concrete because I've got that sort of large-scale excavation thing done. The Martian network node, grab it. A nice little boost to technology. It's basically like money savings when you think about it that way, which is a pretty good thing. Moxie generator. Let's rotate this. No? How the hell? There we go. Alright. Dumps that oxygen, dumps that water, blah blah blah, biome engineering. Let's get stem reconstruction. I need to go down this and find farms, like, realistically speaking. Or at least fungal farms. Anything that's not what I've got currently, because I really do think the ones that I've got are really terrible. I'm probably going to have to do wind turbines for a bit. Which is not great, but it's not terrible either. I kind of need to get wind turbines anyway for some of the disasters, because some of the disasters block Stirling generators. Dust clouds basically make it so that the Stirling generators don't work. Alright, let's do that. Martian education, I could do festivals, that would be pretty good actually. Let's grab that as well, orbital engineering. Actually, no, it's not actually. I'm gonna grab that just because it'll push me through there really fast.
Anomaly analyzed.
Okay, Martian network. Wait, what the hell? Interesting. Compact hangars. There we go. Okay, and we're just basically waiting like 3 more days-ish before we get that stuff done. Stem reconstruction, okay. Microgravity medicine, that's going to be pretty good actually. I can't build any of the good stuff in here, so we're going to just have to start chucking in some buildings. Infirmary, diner. What else do we want in this one? Grocer, probably.
Complete.
Martian festivals, live from Mars is really, really good. Going to be quite important. Just we drop here. Let's drop a fountain.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
With an anomaly, let's go ahead and grab it.
Research complete.
Dome bioscaping has been got. Water conservation. Ooh, that one's actually really good. Alright, go ahead and grab it. It's nice that we're getting good techs along the way, but it still would be nice to get the ones that I really, really need. Okay, I think for work here, we're going to go ahead and grab the, I'm just going to probably put a hydroponics farm in the center here. It's going to be the best that we sort of have. After that, I kind of have to do stuff like nursery, playground.
Research complete.
Not super happy about that. Just do a research lab in here, maybe? I think there's actually enough jobs here already. Let's get that. 3D machining. That's cleared off, right? Yeah, okay. Trying to think of what we do with this last thing. Actually, something like an art store is probably a lot more reasonable, all things considered. Let's get an art store. I could also do a security desk, actually, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. Now, one of the things I could do...
Research complete.
I could just deliberately go around and, localized terraforming. That might be good. Now let's get this one instead, I think, for now. Yeah, so we're going to have more renegades than normal, but what I could do here is just actually drop down a bunch of concrete extractors, get rid of this concrete. You know what, I don't care. Alright. Let's get another metal storage
Research
depot.
complete.
Live from Mars, great. Mel Depot just sort of in the middle of nowhere, doesn't really matter too much where it is to me. Perfect. And yeah, I think we're going to call this one an episode. We've done quite a lot here. I think this is going to be like...
Anomaly found.
Okay, so discovered a bunch of new anomalies. Any that we... Are you... What? Didn't they just say that we found 3 anomalies? Where? What? Huh. That's... Oh, no, there's one up there. Oh, that might be new. I think that's new, actually. Okay. Well, okay. Fine. But in any event, yeah, this is going along as it were pretty well. Other than the fact that I'm still screwed on crops. That's fantastic. But, yeah, I hope you found this episode enjoyable. I'm enjoying this particular playthrough a lot more than I thought I would. We will, of course, be building our Megadome pretty much now, because we do need to get away from sort of the tiny crappy dome that we got now. Actually, where was I able to build this? I could actually just go this far north and be fine. And then we can scrape all this concrete, and then I can sort of build another one under it. Okay. You know what? I am pretty happy with that idea. Let's get rid of this thing. I don't have a decommission protocol, do I? Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, either way, we're going to have to sort of inch our massive Trigon Dome up a bit, but this is not actually a terrible spot either, in all honesty. No cable connection is not really an actual problem, but I kind of want to go a bit further south. Looks like... Yeah, I guess this would be actually okay. Alright, so we're going to place that down. So yeah, that's going to be our episode for today. Hope you found this enjoyable. We'll have to build some more drone things around here, but yeah, this is going along pretty well. Hope you found this one enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all